Now, coming off of the Dead Cells challenge run here, I thought, hey, why not play the game that first reminded me quite a bit of Dead Cells when I, initially saw it? Yeah, of course, the two games really have almost nothing to do with each other, aside from having a pretty nice-looking, chunky pixel art. But, it is a pretty fun game to play. It's been like nearly a year since I picked it up, so why not just check this one out again? I think it'll make for a good little mini-series, really fun to play. And if you have not played this before, this is a game that's really moody. It's a game that's really atmospheric, something that you kind of want to experience on your own. So if you haven't played this game and you were thinking about picking it up, it's just like, I would suggest doing that first before watching this. Or if you don't care, or if you just came here because you like me, then let's get on with this. Definitely going to go new game, standard. Although I do have a New Game Plus, and I have done quite a bit in that, I don't think that it's the best to kind of start out with, because you don't get like the full experience. It cuts out the tutorial, it cuts out like all the, starting cutscene, all that sort of stuff, so I'll just go with this. And standard name for any sort of game where I'm able to name my own character here. Fancy Dan the Fancy Man. That's me. Let's watch a cutscene. Well, that was some bold, confusing storytelling. This game does not hold you by the hand when it comes to telling whatever the story actually is, or isn't. No, no, no. that it is a very interesting, like I said, moody, atmospheric way of telling a story. I mean, if you couldn't tell from that Boards of Canada style music there. Which, if you haven't listened to Boards of Canada, go listen to Music Has the Right to Children. It's a great band. And, well, don't stop watching the video. Just, like, put it on in the background. In fact, like, open up, like, 3 to 5 more tabs of this video so I get more views. You know, since you're just doing things I say. L1 to heal. Healed! Yeah, it's your basic sort of mechanic there where... Actually, I think it's L1 is literally the exact same as using heal in the old Dead Cells there, so there's a good comparison right then. Obviously, Hyperlight Drifter, you get your basic drifting ability here, this thing. And you have your basic slashing. You got your dash, you got your slash. Slash makes gashes, and the dash is to make sure you don't end up as trash. And here's the most basic enemy in the game, the Dirk. That's your Goomba. That's one you're going to be seeing a whole lot, in one form or another. Definitely the heart of this game is dashing, I would say, more than anything else. It was inspired by a lot of like old SNES RPGs, or I think more specifically like Zelda, and you really do get that feeling. A corpse. A corpse with items on it. Here's the other main mechanic. A gun! So now you got your slash, dash, and gun here. And, okay, that was embarrassing. Anyway, yeah, basically, one of the big things with how you do the whole gunning, running, and or otherwise in this game is, that you can attack enemies to regain your bullets. It's actually, I guess, notable enough that in the game Enter the Gungeon, there's a weapon called the Hyperlight Blaster, which refunds ammo upon hitting enemies. So I guess that's sort of a, like, that's the notable thing here. About that weapon? In some way? I don't know. Gungeon thinks so. So we're in Trapezoid Hell here, and here's a big old robot. Really sets the scene for the sort of game that you're going to be looking at. Bold color choices, lots of like really great looking chunky pixel art, and you can see now you're in a world that may be post-apocalyptic, but is long post-apocalyptic. And I think this sort of like really bold color style kind of shows that off. It reminds me a lot of, like, if you ever read the Watchmen comic, where that specifically uses like the CMYK color scheme rather than the red, blue, and yellow to be able to kind of like give a different sort of feel to the entire comic. Here you get like really bright neon colors, really just nice, simplistic, but like detailed pixel art there. Just fantastic. This game is just, it's just great all around. It's not a super long game either, so again, if you haven't played it, I would really suggest checking it out. Character suffering from some sort of unspecified, I don't know, cyber consumption? Coughing up blood, that's usually a tuberculosis thing. And also, I don't know, it seems that all the color is being sucked out of the world. Oh hey, it's that guy from the cutscene. Yeah, if you probably haven't guessed, he's basically the main antagonist here. As if the big blob with the giant red eye was not obvious enough as a antagonist. And although they never actually say his name in-game, it's Judgment. All the bosses in this game and all like, well, you major boss or whatever. Oh, there's a dog on the bottom. Are named after the major arcana of tarot cards. Which is always too bad. I mean, as much as I like the major arcana, you get some pretty cool stuff. Oh, also we appear to be rescued by, I don't know, Magneto there. Good to see him getting work outside of X-Men. You don't want to be typecast like that. But yeah, as much as I like the Major Arcana, it's like, never really gonna get like a boss that's named like the Two of Cups or something like that. You know, there's more to those cards than just that. Alright, so after Mom got us out of the bed to go over to the Millennium Fair today, it looks like I got a map. This map is not very helpful. I mean, it looks great. I honestly can't use it like at all. I was never able to figure out how to use that proper. And hey, look, a working mirror in a video game. Wow, we got some real future tech going on here. Still got the basic dash. Oh, and here's where you get the explanation of the modules. Those are your MacGuffin. Those are the things you want to be collecting in the game. I mean, pretty much you need... It's very similar to a Wario Land 4 type thing, if you ever played that game. You're looking to make each one of those little diamonds. That's how you access the last area of the game. And also, since I'm here, might as well be courteous and shut off the lights, because I'm going to be leaving now. I don't want Magneto there to be, you know, angry at me for wasting electricity. Teleport pads, you teleport to them from anywhere here. I mean, literally, if you're on the overworld in any capacity, you know, not underground, you can just warp there immediately. Like, select it, and there. Get the little Star Trek iPad hologram there. I like that. That's a good touch. Now, I think one of the things is that the Drifter here, Drifter McGee, is pretty much like a user of some pretty advanced technology. I think that comes, you know, part and parcel with the whole, like, weirdo post-apocalyptic sort of feel of the game. Definitely a thing. And instead of talking in, you know, like words, all the NPCs speak like in, you know, pictures, I guess? Ah, look at him. I love his little mustache. That just says shopkeeper all over. So yeah, apparently Magneto there, super cool guy, rescuing everybody all the time. You get a bunch of like little shops in town. Here's where you buy all your upgrades to do upgrade stuff. But you actually need money, as you can see down there in the bottom right, which I have none of at this point. It's kind of frustrating because I did start up that New Game Plus file to kind of like check out what is this game like in New Game Plus, and you know, to kind of get a little bit of the ropes kind of back on the... Get a little hang of playing the game again. Because I haven't really, you know, touched it in quite a long time now. And it's kind of frustrating because you get all these upgrades immediately in New Game Plus. Having to buy like all these basic movement and like combat upgrades. Hey, flipping bergs. Sounds good. Oh, little dog. But, you know, having to like go and buy all of those upgrades is just... I want to be able to... You know what, this is something else that I might bring up a little bit later, but I always prefer when you have... Oh, look at that dog, he's got a beard. That's amazing. Basic health upgrades, you're not really getting too much of anything really special here. Like, yeah, I always like it when you just have all of your basic movement options and all that, like, unlocked from the start. Unlock new, like, equipment or whatever, but, you know, I don't... That's actually something also in Dead Cells, where a lot of people are suggesting, it's just like, oh, why not, like, have the dive? Why not have a charge attack or something? It's like, no, I want that all from the very start, so whenever I start up a new game, which is... You get bombs here, that's cool. Also, look at that bird. I really like the look of all the NPCs in this game. It's super cute. Soup's cute. But yeah, the first things I'm going to be upgrading here are definitely going to be like the dash, probably followed by the... Just get more bullets for guns. Also, look at that shady guy there. Cool hat, though. But yeah, gonna be getting like the dash upgrades, the gun upgrades first off. I like past anything else. Hey, it's another blue guy. Who apparently got jumped by the gunsmith. Ah. That's what happens, I guess. Is there persecution against the guys here? So anyway, you can go any one of the cardinal directions, and except for south here. But I'm going south because there are... a little bit farther here. There are little blockers here to prevent you from going in here. You can probably tell the fact that it has northwest and east directions on there that, yeah, those are kind of required to be finished before you can actually get down here. Also, you see this? See this little symbol? That means there's a secret. A little secrety secret over here. Do some secret stuff. Look at that. Yeah, that's actually something, and here's the first little bit of currency you get. Bitcoins, I don't know. You need to get 4 of those to be able to actually get anywhere, though. That's how you get a single one, and as you saw, like, all those upgrades cost at least, like, 3 to get. So, I gotta find 12 of those to get a single upgrade here. Thankfully, that little secret spot there, that's pretty much all over the place, wherever you see like there could possibly be a secret. Definitely always want to be on the lookout for those. There's also occasionally just, you know. See? You see over there how there's another little one of those secret box marks? Yeah. And that's going to be the entire game. Well, not the entire game. Obviously, there's a lot of dashing, slashing, and gunning, but you know. There's 2 of 12 to getting a single upgrade. They come pretty fast and hard. There are a lot of secrets in this game, all over the place. But yeah, the best way to be able to find those is to look for that little square mark. And that's how you know it's going to be there. It's definitely good design, at least in my opinion. I like being able to see... yeah, I think I'm going to start out with the east here. Because east is generally like the easiest area. I mean, it's a good like starting area. If you're just starting out this game, go east. It's a really nice looking one. It's a really... That can blow up on you. It's a really nice looking one. It's like a big lake type area, as you can see from the map here. Yeah, I mean, you can get a good like look at what everything is. You know, over there to the west you got the forest, to the north you got mountains, to the east you got a big lake, and then to the south it's kind of desert world. So, yeah, you can see a good example here of like all the post-apocalyptic weirdo-ness, just piles and piles of bones. I gotta get those things out of my closet, but I didn't want to put them in here. Overgrown weaponry, just piles and piles of bones. So many bones! Alright. So yeah, pretty much bridges out, so the best way to get over there is to just jump right over here. Again, you gotta be looking out for them secret marks, because that's where you know. You can already see like the whole big like change in art style. For each one of the directions, it's a pretty notable change each time you go like anywhere. It's kind of crazy that way. Can't hide from me. Oh, don't worry, there is going to be plenty and plenty of secrets that I'm going to be missing. One of the reasons why I thought that this game would be good is because I haven't really played, like, the entire thing, you know, recently. Like, I'm not going to know too much. Oh, hey, look at that boss. That is the Emperor. Going to be seeing more of him when I go over here. I like the little red skull. Very classic video game. Secret mark. I do appreciate like how that's actually designed. And then yeah, your little robot buddy, if he pings it, you can just use the interact button and then see like invisible platforms sometimes. That's one of the more secret-y bits of the game here. Got a bunch of skeletons guarding this. Thankfully the undead are not rising. As far as I know in this game, maybe that'll be a later part. Maybe Hyper Light Drifter 2 Zombie Apocalypse. I'm looking forward to it. Alright. I do appreciate having like those little secret marks everywhere because it would otherwise be very difficult and you would have to be like scouring every single area. In some ways though, I kind of also like when it's not always marked to like denoted explicit... Ooh. Hey look, it's the main enemy type here. Yeah, I don't have the ability to slash back projectiles yet. That was one of the upgrades that I could get. However, can do that pretty easily. And when I say that you slash things to be able to regain your ammo, that's slash anything. Even like this bag of bones here gets me a little bit more like... Well, it gets me a little bit close to getting another bullet there. One of those giant robots or monsters or something is seen in the very start of the game. They're called Titans. What their purpose was, or what they actually did, is unclear. Little elevator ride. But the thing is, they were huge, and they're not around anymore. The corpses certainly are, though. It's one of those things where, like, the game is unclear. Speculation runs amok. Oop. Just that kind of occasionally happens. And you can see your blood just disappears in a bunch of weird pixels. It's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying with the secret marks, it's like I like having those. I also like when they're not always super obviously denoted. Like, being able to see a secret is a good sign of, is a sign of good game design there. There's one of the 16 total that I need. And as you can see here, the lights kind of went out. Those power modules are basically what they are. Also, well, frog guys carrying around these, like, things full of mysterious red fire. Interesting. Yeah, definitely a sign of good game design is, like, making it so that you don't have your player guessing everything, and it's just the arm here. Guessing where to find everything. Like, having just even the slightest bit of, like, marking there really goes a long way. It's something that, you know, game designers these days have learned very well. Like, actually adding in, like, how many secrets are in an area. It's like, even if you don't explicitly say where they are, just like, such a huge... Not getting through there, at least not yet. It's just such a huge, helpful way to be able to help out the player. I mean, it's something that you never really saw, like, hey, hobo man. Alright. Ooh, backstory. Yeah, these guys are not actually dogs, they're otters. They are otters that are obviously victims of a very, very oppressive frog-based regime here. Not all of them, though. Get a few just kind of hanging out in a temple here? I don't know. It's pretty clear that this is like their home. I mean, look at all the statues. They look exactly like those guys. Also, I see a little secret up there. A little secret mark. Definitely one of the more fun parts of the game. Just kind of like going around. Obviously, you need to drop off from here. That's not a place you can go up. Oh, wait. There's a first fall off. And any sort of, like... I mean, there's definitely, like, a lot of speculation. Like, you can go on... There is a wiki for this game. That's how I kind of, like, learned what the enemies' names were called, what, like, the areas were called. Although it's really just, you know... forest, mountain, lake, desert. Oh, man. Poor guys. Really nice music, though. I don't think there's anything else actually up here. But yeah, the basic dash right now is nice, but one of, like, the first upgrades I'm probably going to get here is the chain dash, where pretty much not just like spamming the dash button, but like carefully pressing it in sort of a rhythm will give you the ability to, like, dash constantly for a short amount of time, not a very long time. Yeah, if you see a plant moving, I'd say it's pretty reasonable that you can get rid of them. Oh, and they explode. Perhaps they're powered by the same sort of, like, fire energy that you see up here? Anyway, definitely going to be looking forward to the dash. There's also a charge attack in this game. Something else that I'm very much looking forward to. And giant plant! Ah! Oh, come on. Here's where, like, my whole, like, ability to... Here's where I would really love to have, like, huge dashes all the time. So I'm not, like, immediately dying to these guys here. I said before, you know, this is actually one of the areas that I was kind of doing, like, little test recordings with to figure out, like, what the sound mixing is going to be like, what, like, you know, any sort of brightness issues, all that sort of stuff. This is one of the areas that I went to in New Game Plus here. And, of course, it's like, it is just so much better here when you're using, like, when you're fighting with all of your abilities at once rather than very, very few of them comparatively. Ah, these guys! Alright, just gonna heal here quick. Like, I want my full suite of weaponry. That's actually something that, you know, like, I think I could talk about a little bit. It definitely reminds me a bit of, like, there's a difference between two games of the same series. Wario Land 2, Wario Land 3. Ugh, gotta be fast with those things. And then gotta be very fast getting away from them as well. Wario Land 2 and Wario Land 3... Oh, just taking so much damage right off the bat here. I gotta get me some upgrades already. And pretty much Wario Land 2 was a big departure from the original Wario Land in that it's like you're suddenly given a whole bunch of different abilities, a whole bunch of like different transformation abilities, all this sort of stuff here. However, it's like, oh hey, another module already. See, this is why this is kind of like a good area to start out with. I'm just blowing through this right now. But yeah, like Wario Land 2, you got your shoulder charge, you got your ground pound, you got all that sort of stuff. However, then in Wario Land 3, what they did was they made it so that all those abilities are suddenly unlockables. And whoa, hey, dude. They are invincible while dashing, so you kinda gotta watch out for that. Oh. Gotta dodge away, can't dodge towards them. Well, yeah, then Wario Land 3 suddenly had it so that you had to unlock all of those abilities. No, it's nothing. And I don't know, just like me, I definitely finished both games. That was no question. I love that series a lot. But like the ability to, you know, like your basic movement ability, your basic ability to like break things in the level, to like do progression is now locked behind this annoying unlock system where, well, the previous game had everything just like, I do like those little dirt guys run away from you. Like when they feel like they're outmatched, they suddenly decide, cowardice is the best option. I respect that. And then I kind of feel like that's a little issue that I have with this game too. What I really want to see is like everything available from the very start. I mean, I know you want to have an unlock system, but like there are, you know, other weapons in this game, like getting the bombs and everything. That's cool with me, but like the basic movement, basic slashing, I want that from the very start. I don't know, maybe that's just something with me, but like I want to be able to just go full on crazy with like all the movement, all like the, you know, speed running. Even though I'm not much of a speed runner, it's just like I love like trying out the whole speed running tech, even if I don't know what I'm doing at all in a game. Again, when I was playing this on New Game Plus. Oh, I suppose I never actually said. New Game Plus, what you do is you have a stylish black cloak, which limits your health to 2. It is a, whatever. It is a much harder, much more fun game in some ways. I don't know. Because like the whole dashing and everything, super, super satisfying to do when you can actually pull it off. What's over there again? It's just some bitcoins. And one supercharged corpse there. Wow. I guess when you're trying to hide your loot, it's probably a good idea to do that when you're not in a place where you're not going to set yourself on fire constantly. But whatever, that guy followed his dreams. I can respect that. Yeah, so in New Game Plus, you get your health limited to 2 HP. Never goes above that. Compare that to the 5 HP here, it's like, oh boy, that is a huge, huge difference. I mean, it's something that, like, well, you know, it is kind of like basically the same thing as having like extra health for, well, I mean, it's not so much like having extra health for all the enemies, but it does make you think a lot more of like how you're dodging, how you're using like all of your abilities to kill enemies as quickly as possible. And even like when you're restarting areas a whole ton, it's like you're thinking about like how to like spawn camp and everything. Like that would have been a kill. Also, yeah, every single time you kind of finish a big battle, you throw your sword down into the ground. Because you're a cool guy. But, like, yeah. It makes you think a lot more about, like, how you approach battles. Because suddenly, like, getting hit by those plant beasts turns it into a one-hit kill. And although the game's pretty forgiving with, like, checkpoints, you pretty much start right at the start of the room, as you saw the last time I died there. But it's, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Ooh, it's the dog. Mysterious black dog. Oh, hey, and there's that guy again. Hey, man. Might as well go talk with him. You know, yeah, he doesn't just save you and disappear for the rest of the game, which would be kind of like a hokey thing. It's like, no, he's out there. He's looking for that big glowing diamond as well. He's also dealing with Judgment. Look at that. Of course, Judgment is trickier than just, you know, the basic, like, big do that you saw. But yeah, no, it would have been like one of the easiest things to like make it be, oh hey, here's this mysterious guy, and you gotta find out, no, he's out here, he's doing the same thing as you. It's all cool. I don't know. I definitely appreciate the way that this game is told, like as far as like the story goes and everything. It's interesting. Secret. Yep. Gotta be searching for them left and right. And here's actually the first example of a monolith. As you can see here, you get like some sort of crazy hologram, and then it gives you just text here. What does it mean? It's actually a pretty simple cipher. It's like each one of those symbols matches up to like one letter of the English language. You're not really... It's not the most complicated thing. It actually reminds me a lot of Commander Keen, the intergalactic alphabet. Oh yes, that thing. That's something you can shoot. I'm gonna need a little bit more powerful gun than just a pistol, though. So I'm gonna have to come back later. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of the intergalactic alphabet in Commander Keen here, where it was just the same sort of cipher, but like that was the first one that I saw there. That was like the OG version of that in a video game. It's actually kind of common, I think, like when you're making up like a language to do that sort of thing. And that is like where you get the most of the, you know, lore of this game. But I'm not going to be doing that because I never really liked the jumble all that much. Alright, and then you get like a basic progression blockers that you take down. Obviously there's no way that I could possibly dash across that, but you do see that there's a Bitcoin box over there. So, definitely something to look for when I kind of explore in the rest of the area here. Yep, slimes. Slimes are weak enemies. They're terrible. Just take them out with a single swing. Definitely gonna have to go for an upgrade soon. I should be getting enough... There. Oh, man, I'm taking way too much damage, like, especially in the early game bits here. You know, and especially after I was doing this, like, so well in the test run here, too. Oh, look at that. See? Secret block. Oh, I totally forgot. Just press the Dead Cells Interact button. Good stuff. You know, when you have full upgrades, it's just like this sort of thing. It's nothing. Dash right through those guys. As you probably saw, there is secret areas. And also, not just the secret area, there's a dude that has something on him. But there's this key door here that requires keys. So I guess I'm gonna have to come back when I find keys. So, hope you like that, because that was my just saying the obvious theater here. There you go. I should be using the gun a bit more, since I don't have all like my sword tech. Oh hey, what's that over there? Is that a secret? Why, it is. And as if on cue, just a little elevator shows up, you know, like, hey, I see you found the secret there. Alright. These things, you step on them, explode into fire. Look at them. Okay. Not too difficult to deal with, but you know, they are a thing. Alright, alright. Definitely going to be looking for... Oh, walked right into that one. Stupid. One more and I'll be able to afford an upgrade here. Definitely going to go with the Chain Dash. Chain Dash is cool. Aside from that, I think that was that area. Not too difficult to find. I would have found that anyway because it gave a little secret thing. And then you get a little impasse here. 2 areas to go to. Oh, what? Oh, that's a solid thing. Dang it. And also, it appears that they were growing mushrooms in here. An admirable sort of, I don't know, agriculture? Sure, mushrooms are great. Love them. Ask anybody that's played any of the Mario games. Secret. Ooh, what's this now? Oh, the first key. Now, you see those key doors actually all around the game. They're pretty much everywhere. But those keys can be somewhat difficult to find if you're not... I suppose I should heal here. Those keys can be somewhat difficult to find if you're not really looking for the secret mark, or if you don't know about the secret mark. It really makes me wonder how many people like played this game without noticing. It's just like, oh, like every single one of these areas is... got hit there. Every single one of these areas is actually like marked off. Or if it's not marked off, I mean, not every single one is marked off, but they do have some sort of indication, whether it's like, you know, sort of like a little divot like this in the area that looks like a door, or whether it's like a, perhaps like something like this. No, not quite. Maybe like a plant in front of it, all that sort of stuff. Cut down a few of these little jelly mushrooms. And you ever played Hollow Knight? Really reminds me of an area in that game, all these mushrooms here. Of course, those ones were white. Had a bunch of exploding jellyfish around. Oh, hey, look at this introduction to a new enemy type. Oh, and now he's done. Not gonna be the only one I'm seeing, though. Not gonna get any harder, though. Alright, what do we got up here? Just a little Bitcoin. Always, always, always use more of those things. Anything down here? I don't actually remember. As you can see, this place has been abandoned for quite a while because these mushrooms are growing like crazy. Of course, with such a nice moist environment, why wouldn't they? You know, there's definitely a lot of, like, you know, storytelling through atmosphere in this game. And that's their basic attack. Yeah, so I guess they're harvesting that fire there is not only just like a power source, but also like a weapon here. Interesting, interesting. Oh, and there's a module. Definitely going to be the thing to go get next here. Ho, ho, ho. Alright. Easiest to take those guys out of distance, no question. I mean, they always throw... They only have 2 health, and although I am really playing absurdly terribly right now, they are pretty easy to just kind of like walk around as they throw a little shuriken directly at you. Ugh. Then pretty much you just kind of dash right out of the way or just circle strafe. Most popular way to take care of enemies since like 1991. When did Doom come out? I don't actually know. Alright, alright. Ooh, secrets. Is it just here? No, not quite. There's definitely some... Wait, is there like something to shoot down there? I didn't actually see. I'll look into that later. Wait, maybe it's just I need to walk behind this, slash this. Whatever, I'll look at it later. All you need to know is that it's denoting a secret there. Yeah, the little Dirks here, they do have 3 hit points. And they are huge cowards. So, oh, right in the back, of course. Yeah, no, the real issue with like enemies that are using projectiles is when there's multiple of them here. Not so much like... They're not even anything remotely close to a threat on their own, but they are very much a threat when paired with a bunch of different enemies. Yeah, oh boy. It's a good thing that this game is pretty forgiving in, like, your standard or easy modes here, because otherwise be doing this sort of thing many a time. Maybe that actually opened up the area over there now. Who knows? I don't actually know. Like I said, it's been more than a while since I played this game in the first place. But what is that? That's 3 modules now? Hey, there was a door that had a 3 module symbol on it. Perhaps I want to go check that one out next time I'm outside. Go check the secret here. Maybe just like over here. No. Dang it. Well, whatever. I can always come back here. I don't think this is going to be anything remotely close to like a full 100% playthrough. I'm really just planning to do the basics here. You know, beat the game, maybe check out like a couple of like the little secret areas that you unlock with keys or anything like that. Just a single little boat sitting on top of a broken down underwater, I don't know, house, fortress? They had like kind of a church area out earlier. Didn't even see that guy. This place definitely ripe for secrets. And in fact, there's one right now. Oh, yep, you can see the little pillar right over there. Alright, what's down this way? Oh, is this another key? Why, it is. I always like seeing that. I think there's a total of, what, like 12 or 8 or 16 keys in the game? I'm not entirely sure. It's a lot. There, in fact, in the hub town there. Well, speaking of the hub town, I can, since I'm going to be teleporting right back here, since I got that the three module door to open up there. I'll spoil this right now. 3 module doors tend to lead to the boss. Might be finishing up the lake here pretty soon. Alright. But yeah, there's a door right over here, was it? See if I can actually remember this now. I think it might actually be a little hidden now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, definitely going to... Oh, yeah, right there. So there you go. A total of 12 keys, since I believe that one requires all of the keys in the game. And then you get like a teleport... Well, an elevator, not teleporter. And then you get like a little Bitcoin down there. You know, just for your troubles. Congratulations on getting every single one of these super hidden keys in the game. Have a Bitcoin. Oh yeah, definitely gonna go for the dash. What am I even thinking here? Well, trade in all my Roman numeral 2 blocks. Oh yeah. Now that's the really good stuff. Now pretty much what I can do is this. Yeah. I'm not very good at doing this, and you can see in the upper left corner there now I have like a little stamina meter. There you go. Oh, not quite though. Nah, I'm not that good at this, is what I'm saying. I'm good enough to be able to use it in a normal game though, but don't expect me to be getting any like the minigame stuff here. Bird guy. Alright, let's go hit back up the other area over there. If I can... There we go. These teleporters, super handy to be able to go around. I think there's only one in, like, each area, though. Obviously got, like, only one more module to go. Perhaps it will be unlocked. Perhaps the 4th one that I'm looking for will be unlocked as soon as I go through this door. Who knows? I mean, I know. Let's go in the door. Let's kind of dash awkwardly into the door while it's opening up. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, just more of these guys. I guess this could conceivably be like the first time you saw them. No, probably not. I need the ability to dash through projectiles. That's what I'm missing there. Interesting that there's just like a mysterious ledge here. Oh, look at that. It's a Bitcoin. Well, why would there be fire there otherwise? See, and I think that's a little example of an unmarked secret there. Although I guess you could kind of see it if you were going through the other door there into kind of like the elevator area. No. Oh. I'm not super good at aiming with this. If I'm ever playing a shooter, it's usually with a mouse and keyboard, and I tend not to play a whole lot of twin-stick shooters. You know, the only twin-stick shooter that I would say that I have played a decent amount... Oh, what's this now? Is like Binding of Isaac, and that I play with keyboard, so... Not exactly a Geometry Wars pro here. Alright, what's next up? Aside from a bunch of Dirks with guns. Who even cares? Oh, and yes, enemies can kill each other, and they do take, like, damage from... They do take damage from, like, environmental hazards, like you saw the little Dirk there walking into the fire. Or if I were to do this when there was an enemy next to me, that would definitely do it. Damn, dude. Maybe now that was not the best idea. But oh, what's this? Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place. And I think that's just about all I'm finding here. Good enough. Little secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. Alright. Nothing else here. Looks like I'm just kind of continuing on with the area. Definitely like the whole, like, very bright blue, lush greenery of this area. Just looks fantastic. Overall, this game just looks great. It was a Kickstarter game, you know. Can't get over there right now. Oh well. Guess I'm just gonna have to walk into these enemies. What, you didn't think I saw that coming? I played a video game or two in my time here. Oh, come on. Oh, I actually do have the chain dash now, but not the ability to dash through projectiles, so I do have to be a little careful. Alright, that should at least take out those guys. However, it doesn't really get me to my area here. The area that I'm getting to next. Perhaps now something else? No, I didn't. I know that already. I do actually vaguely remember that. Ah! There we go. That's what I was looking for. Trying to be sneaky, trying to wait for me to come back, trying to get me on the comeback here, eh? Not so fast. Yeah. Don't want to accidentally explode myself. That does, I think, like 2 pips of damage, so. Oh, they're stupid boxes. Oh, they're stupid having me fall off the edge. I can't believe they were so smart to have me do that. Also super gross there. Oh, I need to get better at shooting. Alright, alright. I never said that this was going to be like, oh wait, secrets. Oh yes. Oh, another key. Wow, really racking these things up. It took me forever to find like even one of those the first time I played this game. Of course, I didn't realize that there were little secret markers everywhere. Ah, c'est la vie. Alright, I need some health already. This is also why I kind of like playing on New Game Plus Moto. Ooh, oh, no, those aren't the ones that exploded. So I'm okay. Not so fast, Frogman. I do like their little hats, too. You know, if you want me to like an enemy, just give them a little hat. That just makes everything great. Oh, this is also a door that I can totally open. Oh, secrets abound. Into a challenge-ish area. I'll come back here in a little bit. As soon as I get just a scoosh of health. Okay, now time to go get back there. Ah, game. You really do provide for me, don't you? Oh, I don't have any more shots here. Doesn't matter. As long as I... like the easiest shots here. I mean, you know, they say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but you get 100% of the shots that you shoot at me. So, why I don't really play a whole lot of... why I miss 100% of the shots I do take. Oh, I guess that's just kinda... take that real quick. Yeah? Yeah? I'm trying to be tricky here? What is even happening? What am I even doing? What is even going on? That's probably a secret. Could have just been some weird collision stuff. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to die there. Ah, good stuff. Oh, no, not even. Oh, jeez. Hate everything. Alright. Get myself a little bit of Bitcoinage here, and... turrets. Can't kill turrets. Because they're turrets. I don't know. You seem to be able to kill everything else just fine. A little bit more health. I'm not going to say no. Whatever. You know, I got a gun. I'm going to use it here. It's not as effective as I wanted. At least try to take out the major threats, aka dudes that are going to be spamming projectiles all over the place. Especially that guy who spams some really heavy projectiles, some really heavy projectile spams from his crazy little camera box deal there. Whatever, just get over here. Yeah, standard mode, I did it. I'm the best. You know, I'm sure that if you like actually watch somebody that was super good at this game, it would be a really cool thing to behold. It would be a really cool sight to behold, but not quite getting that here. Ah, well, I feel like I'm still good enough to be able to play through this game decently quickly. Nope. Not gonna be like the 18-hour fun festival that That, like you saw my first file there was. Hey, I already got 2 here. I don't remember. I think all like the major upgrades here are like 3. Oh yeah, there's where you can see where that key is if you didn't. If you aren't as much of an eagle-eyed player as I am. Big words. Whatever. I got my stuff. Also, look at these nice little benches. That's so pleasant. If you press down on the D-pad, you just kind of sit down. Relax. Does it do anything? No. It does give you an achievement, I think, if you do that for like 30 seconds, but... I already have that one. You can also just wait to get that. And as I thought, nice little shortcut here. And as I thought, more enemies. They really like this area. These shots. Yeah, no, there's a reason why I don't really play a whole lot of like shooters or like definitely multiplayer games. I am a terrible shot, just period. I really should be playing like more, considering like how huge, important, especially like in the... I am gonna get hit by those projectiles when that stops being a cutscene. Oh man. Like, you know, it's such an important part of like video games in America here. It's like I really should be like playing more of these. More of those sort of things. Actually get... Oh. Grizzly. I do like... You know, I'll say this. It is like a really big change from Dead Cells, the game that I was previously... Oh, wait, it's right there. I don't know. For some reason, I thought that all the little appearances would come up elsewhere. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, really big change of pace from Dead Cells, which is kind of a jokey, dumb game to the core. Every single one of these little hologram guys is different. It's interesting. It's like where, you know, you get like a cutscene and one of the major things that they have the main character do is like flip the bird to dudes to like just piles of otter guys everywhere here. Ugh. I don't know. It's a nice change of pace. Doesn't have to be all weird, in-jokey reference stuff. Sometimes you can just, like, craft a nice little universe in unto itself. A nice little universe filled with otter guy pelts and heads being impaled on spikes. And big boss doors that are clearly boss doors that I'm not going to just yet. Like, could there be anything more boss door-ish? Also, something to be said with little otter guys. You might have noticed in the beginning that, like, before, like, the big explosion or whatever that was happened, that, like, there were 4 pillars with, like, 4 different animals on them, and the one on the right definitely looked a lot like an otterman. Perhaps they had something to do with whatever sort of apocalypse, or at least big explosion plagued this land. Or whatever happened. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, because here's a boss! Oh no! It's the Emperor! I'm gonna shoot and swing at him with my sword a lot. Also talking about using those fire things as like weaponry. There you go. Oh shit. Okay, I definitely gotta watch out because he's got some big stomps here. He is also, like, compared to like pretty much every other boss in this game, relatively easy. Even on like a... Oh, and also, if you manage to get him with one of those exploding guys, you can get a lot of damage while he gets stunned for a real long time. And then you can get stomped on and get killed really fast. Because you're stupid, bad at video games. Ah! Yeah, well, while he's coughing up dudes here, I'm just not even gonna... Ooh. Yeah, I'm just gonna be a little careful here. Oh, he's going for the big stumps. Okay. Alright. Yeah, he's not a very difficult boss. Like, the ability to dodge like everything that he's throwing out there is not too difficult, and it's really just his huge, bulky mass that is the hardest thing to be able to kind of dodge around here, because he's a big guy, and those stomps do big damage. And here is the first, like, big monolith. Big monolith. The play button. Okay, it's clearly supposed to be pointing east. Yeah, it's not just getting 4 modules from each place. That, I guess, just powers it up. No, no, no. You have to activate these huge things as well. And you can probably guess there's one behind each boss. I mean, come on, it's a video game, you know. Pulsing. Ominously. Suppose we'll be seeing more of that later. In the meantime, that's the first boss down. And, oh, look at this. More techno smoke. And oh yes, it is a new weapon. And indeed, it is my favorite one. It's a shotgun, of course. It's a shotgun. I love shotguns. Shotguns are great. And although at a distance it does very little damage, I think it actually is the only weapon or anything that can do like a half pip of health. And here's the last module that I need. But like at a very close range, you can take off like 5 little health pips at a time. It's very powerful. And indeed, cutscene here as I'm over the water. Oh hey, it's Judgment. Hey, nice to see you too, buddy. A good little flashback cutscene here. Everybody wants that big glowing diamond thing. Judgment don't like everybody to have that. Also, cyber crows. Well, Heart Machine, there's your free QA testing for this session here. Kind of ruined the impact of that a little bit. Of course, my commentary also ruins the impact of that a lot, so... Hey, I told you, you should really be watching this... Oh, there's a secret there. Hey, you should really be playing this game on your own if you haven't. If you're not convinced after this first episode, I'll continue watching the rest of the series, but like... Hey, come on, it's a great game. But hey, there is the first part. Part number 1 of Hyper Light Drifter.